Hi guys, welcome back to another stream. Hope we're all doing good. And if you are here, I assume you're not watching the Germany match. Or maybe you've got another monitor or something. Hi Miss, good to see you. Yeah, I didn't even realise the Germany match was on. I'm, to be honest, I'm not paying much attention to the World Cup. I generally don't care about football in the slightest, so... Yeah, if you are watching the Germany match, then have fun. Hi Scorpio, good to see you. You don't watch the sports ball. If Dark Falls followed a national team, it would be Germany, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, you have to ask, like, who's the real villain at the minute? I mean, to be honest, let's be real, it's probably the USA. UK is probably up there as well. Which I mean England. So yeah, obviously you've probably guessed we are playing some PSO today. I figured it's drop anything rate week, we might get something. And there wasn't a whole lot going on with some of the other games. I have since seen today that apparently the Clementine summer event is starting next week. So I think next Sunday's stream will probably be PSU. Yeah, this week is actually kind of crazy for Ephinea. So not only do we have drop anything rate week, we also actually have a good RBR. I know it doesn't happen. So yeah, the RBR for this week, unbelievably, all three of them are actually good. We have Scarlet Realm 4, which is Ruins. We have Penumbral Surge 6, which is Tower. And Sweep Up 12, which is Desert. Hello, Big Chungus. Yeah, it's actually a good week, and it doesn't happen often. Normally we get all the good quests in Experience Week. Then we get all the Ruins quests in Rare Monster Week, and then nothing in Rare Drop Week. But this time, somehow we've managed to get Drop Anything Rare Week with some decent quests. So enjoy this week while you can. For once, so I'm actually kind of sad that Experience Week's gone, because I was actually doing some work on one of my characters. I'm trying to get my Ricoceel to 80 at the minute, so I'll have to wait for the next Experience Week, I think. Yeah, it's also Uniworld Day as well. So if I hadn't have found SGS, this would be like the perfect week, because you've got Uniworld Week, well, Uniworld Day, for extra luck. You have a Tower quest. Yeah, I guess RBR still has a slight experience boost, yeah. I always forget that. Piggy did some levels with a new Hunter. Nice. Oh, new Ranger. Okay, cool. But yeah, I think with the summer event starting on Clementine, I think it's the 20th it starts, which I think is the Saturday, I think. So the Sunday stream will probably be PSU, which honestly works out quite well, because then the week after that we can do PSO for Rare Drop Week. So you can tell it's Uniworld Week. So yeah, as for what we actually run, I feel like the RBR quests are probably a good shout overall. So I suppose if anyone wants to drop from Ruins, Tower or Desert, which is quite a lot of drops, then this is probably the stream to do it. Oh, you know, we could go for an SGS with it. Yeah, Green Desert's really good. I did some Red Rhea earlier, trying to get a Heaven Striker, but I cannot get that to drop. Although, to be fair, I was also doing Oran Penumbral Surge 6 on hard earlier because I really want to get an attribute plate for my Rick Seal because she's at that level to be able to use it, and it's quite good for that level. It's only a 1 in 45 drop, and with RBR and everything, it was like 1 in 30 or something, and I still couldn't get it to drop. I did a full run of Penumbral Surge 6 and did not get a 1 in 30 drop. How about a Miller drop from Americus? I mean, we could. I was looking for V101 as well. I mean, V101, yeah, we could, I suppose. Is it Green Desert? V101 and Heaven Striker. Pinkle is really good on Penumbral 6. Obviously, I know Sky is really good there as well, but I actually don't know what Pinkle gets in Tower. I've never done Pinkle Tower, I don't think. Yeah, let me actually see that. I want to see what that actually drops. Right, what have we got? So Pinkle Tower. You got Glide Divine, Asker, Cyber God, Hang on Miller. That's good. That's nice. Tyrell's Parasol is pretty useful. You've got V50. No, sorry, no, that's Delta. Sorry. Hitagata, Demonic Fork, Heart of Lollipop, Rika's Claw. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, obviously the main drop there is Heart of Lollipop. Obviously, because it's DAR week, it won't really have any effect on boss drops. But I'm still down to do boss runs if people want to hunt for something. I know Parkins is after Heart of Laconia Max, so I'm fine doing a run for that as well. I know it's full rate for it at the minute, but it still technically exists. Well, since we mentioned it, it is also Huni all week as well. It is faded. Shall we start off with... What do you want to go for? Do you want to do... Should we do a Green Desert run, or should we do a Pinkle Tower first? Does anyone have any preference? Tower. Wow, people actually want to do Tower. I mean, I'm down to do a Pinkle Tower run. How many do we have? Is it 6 at the minute? The only thing is, it's a bit awkward with 6 because it means it's probably 2 3-person parties. Yeah, that's the thing, Parkins. Everyone's watching the Germany match. If you are watching, by the way, and do want to join, we are on the Ephinea server, and it's the European ship, which is Limeres, Block 2, Lobby 21. And if you do see any games with any space, the password is always stream. Yeah, I'm thinking Tower could be a little bit rough at the minute. So should we do... I mean, there is obviously Scarlet Realm 4 as well for Ruins. Ruins is pretty good. I'm trying to think what a good Ruins idea is. I mean, Sky's not bad. I'm not sure what the other options are for Ruins, really. Let's have a look. What ideas are good for Ruins? You'd think I'd know this after playing the game for 20 years. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, Viridia Ruins is pretty solid. Yeah, Sky's not bad. Pinkle's got some interesting drops. Redway is okay. Oran Ruins. Okay, Oran Ruins is pretty good. Yeah, and then probably White. So I would say probably what, Oran, White Hill, maybe the main ones. Green Pep and Yellow for Needle. Yeah, you can get Needle from Regia as well, but it's from the Bringers instead of the Merlins. So I can't remember how many Bringers are in this class, but there's a lot. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could do... Do you want to do Green Hill or White Hill then? Alright, let's see. Yeah, sounds good. So we could do a White Hill. Yeah, so we've got 7, so at the minute we can do in a 4 and a 3. So we'll do 1 White Hill run. And then does anyone have any preference for the ID for second run? No pref, okay. Tell you what then, do you want me to bring... I could bring my Oran if you want. Because Oran Ruins is pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, she's going to get slapped because God, this character sucks. I wish Hugh Seal was better. They look so cool. It's nice to have traps. They're good with specials. But you basically spam last one on everything. And get slapped. I will say that they're much better in a party. When you got a party, it's really not too bad. Solo is... I really do not like soloing with her. At all. The Hunter experience. Join the party where Porkins isn't in to divide the two forces. Yeah, that sounds good. Probably a good idea, honestly. Don't like soloing with Hucast either. Yeah, at least Hucast does damage. To get damage with this character, I have to use Berserk. Right, I will make another one then. So, Oran SR4. Again, password is stream. Just try and split the party so they're roughly even if you can. So there's this one, and then there is also a White Hill game up, I think. Yeah, so we'll get started with Ruins, and then hopefully by the time we finish, maybe got a couple more people like we do Tower. Although to be fair, we might have enough now. Did we overfill? I'm not sure. I don't know how many was left in the lobby. How many are in the other game, Porkins, at the minute? I just want to make sure we're kind of balancing it, roughly. Okay, so at the minute there is only 2 in the other game. So it might be better to go 3 and 3. Oh, Lucy joined. Okay, that's fine. Yes, so we're okay then. Yeah, I couldn't remember how many we had. Are we doing Corrin? How funny would it be if I pulled a V101 again? It's never going to happen. That's more like normal service. That is much more familiar Corrin territory. Alright, time to get slapped in ruins. Yeah, thank you to everyone who's tuning in. And for those of you who've elected not to watch this football. Also, I should just say while we're getting started here, there is a couple of videos that have gone up in the last few days. There was a PSO Bluebus video, which I think was like about a week ago. And there was a NGS video that's just gone live in the last couple of days as well. If you haven't checked those out. Alright, let's go. So it was Scarlet Realm 4. I do not remember this quest at all. $150% drop. Nice, we take that. Because that's in Ruins too. Oh, actually, yeah, I sort of remember this. Okay, it's over. I've got Shifter and Deband. PSO not on a rare drop week. Let's go. It's rare drop week adjacent, so it's drop anything rare week. Oh, and then we're off to a hot start. Silence Claw from the first enemy. Let's go. It wouldn't be a stream of man without a Silence Claw drop. Often a much better week anyway, to be fair. It's really good this week because the quests on RBR are actually good as well. Oh, look at Huxil actually doing damage. Who'd have thought? Oh, and Musashi drop as well. That's actually quite good, because if you got a Musashi with hit, that's actually decent. Like, actually good. No hit. Oof. You ran PS6 once and got V502 first run. Nice. Last time it was in Hub, yeah, I ran it all week and got no drop. PSO is a fickle beast. I was just saying a bit earlier, Disaster, I was doing PS6 but on hard to try and get an attribute plate because I need one for my low-level characters. With RBR, it's like a 1 in 30 drop, and I ran an entire PS6 and didn't get it. I was like, come on. Yeah, when it's like a 1 in 1,000 drop, yeah, fine, sure. But it was 1 in 30, for God's sake. It's from Gibbles. Yeah, Oran Gibbles in hard. There's a few other IDs that get it as well. It's a super simple drop. I did a lot of PW4 resets as well, and it still didn't drop. You know when you just get a sign that it's just not meant to be? I just thought I'm not wasting more than a few runs on finding this. Yeah, I think this quest seems to be pretty good for hunting pretty much anything in ruins from what I've seen. Kind of a shame we don't get Swordsman's Law from the Dill Sabers, but there's plenty of other good drops here. You killed like 3,500 of them on a 1 in 1,000 drop and it didn't drop. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, it's only 1 in 7,800 for Prophets of Mortav. Oh wait, these drop Heart of Partisan of Lightning as well. That's actually a really cool drop. Would you like to drop a shield at any point this year? Yeah, V502 is a really, really nice drop. I think I've only got 1 at the minute. Yeah, very, very nice item. It's just kind of crazy, this RBR, because, you know, it's not unusual to get maybe 1 good quest on RBR, but this week literally all 3 quests are good. See, I know it's not normal that we play PSO on DAR week, but I just feel like there wasn't much going on in some of the other games at the minute. And we just played NGS, like, was it the week before as well, so... But do you know what? If in doubt, PSO. Look, these drop Kasami Bracer as well. The Oran Runes is really nice. Okay, apparently I just can't hit that Del Saber. That's cool. Yeah, no doubt we'll be doing some tower at some point in the stream. It just feels like a really good idea to do that. Honestly, if I hadn't found SGS, this would have been the week to hunt it, for sure. I will still say, I've said this a few times, but I still feel that Phantasmal World 4 should be allowed to be on RBR. Just because if you're letting Penumbral Surge 6 be on RBR, I mean, they're very similar quests. The only reason I think of that maybe PW4 isn't allowed on RBR, maybe to try and stop the resets being too valuable. I am good at, I've got shift 30 for my forces, but yeah. Yeah, pretty nice drop, honestly. Hey, it's thank you for your guides on classes. I decided to start playing after playing on GameCube in the past. Nice. If you played on GameCube, honestly, Blueburst's very, very similar. A lot of the drops and everything are the same. Just think of it as like GameCube. I was going to say like GameCube Plus, but there is literally a plus. Just think of it as GameCube with a bit of extra content added, basically. And a few little quality of life improvements. Yeah, if you play GameCube, you'll know exactly what you're doing. Okay, for some reason, the game says no. I'm not allowed to shoot over there. Yeah, the only thing I'll say about the class guides is I will say that I am probably biased towards certain classes just because of my personal experience with them. You know, for me, a lot of my player time in this game has been with Honeywell, so I know the most about that class for sure. There are some classes I haven't really played a huge amount of. Oh, photon drop. I hope it was from nothing good. It's from a Del Saber arm. Might as well get a PD. I mean, I suppose the only use for the Del Saber arm, I know it's really useful early on. I guess if you wanted to go for like the Del Saber coating for the red ring, it would be nice to have, but that is a lot of work. Damn guy, 360 no scope me from across the map. Yeah, the whole point of the PSO guys is just try and get people into the game. Whether it's, you know, people who've played originally coming back to it, or whether it's brand new people who've never played PSO before. I have been thinking of possibly, I haven't confirmed it yet, but I've been thinking of possibly doing some written versions of the guide as well, because they would be a lot easier to keep up to date as well. Because as good as video guides can be, the downside is that, you know, realistically at any point Ephinea could change something and then my guide is out of date. Which I guess, yeah, is an excuse to do some more content and do a new video, but at least with written guides you can update them pretty easily. So that might be something I look into. I know Ziggy's done some stuff similar to that with written guides, like gear progression guides and everything. But I'd be more thinking of doing things like class guides, like class specific. It's not something I've committed to yet. Maybe some NGS guides. I did a beginner's guide for NGS, and I also did weapon guides, although, again, those weapon guides, a lot of those are out of date now. Because obviously Sega do rebalances every so often. Or they change how the weapon works every now and again. I've just realised this room is split as well. I've also just realised that the enemies can just walk through the laser fence, which seems slightly unfair. Started watching your videos and started playing again. Super helpful. Also, I hate raising mags. Thanks for useful guides. I agree with all of that. Yeah. Mags are like a really cool novelty when you first start playing. Like, oh, it's like a little pet I can raise. Cool. Until you're on like your third character or something. And then they just become a complete chore. There is a reason a lot of people make a lot of photon drops by just making mags for people. Okay, this kind of looks like hell. Ephinea Wiki's been very useful, as in the past I used to use PSO World forums. I should say on mags were almost in defensive power. Yeah, PSO World was a really, really good site. I know it's been down quite a bit lately. I don't know if it's back up again yet. I think we got it. What's the name of this quest? This quest is Scarlet Realm 4. It's on the Ragdoll Boost Road for this week. But yeah, the PSO world I used to hang around on a lot back in the day. It was kind of one of the main resources that you used for the game back then. I really don't appreciate that they can just walk through the laser fence. Yeah, this quest is really, really good if you want to hunt basically anything in ruins. Yeah, I've said it a few times, but this week is kind of a rare hunter's dream because the quests they picked for this week are so good. Doing this with your aircast for sure. Mega decent Monkey King bar or a needle. No sorcerers. So you don't normally get sorcerers in ruins too. It depends if it goes to another part of ruins, I guess. Having a lot of fun compared to GameCube. There are a few quests. Yeah, so there were obviously official quests that were on Sega Blueburst that weren't on GameCube, but there is a lot of kind of community created quests as well. But I do feel that Ephinea are quite careful about what they add. So they don't tend to add quests that are too overpowered. There's a couple that are a bit questionable, but for the most part they are all worth running. If anything, there's maybe a couple of quests that probably need buffing a little bit. But that's some of the official Sega ones though, for the most part. Yeah, I was going to say, do you know what? I'm just going to freeze these. Can't bother dealing with them. So when you played on GameCube then, did you play online as well, or was it just offline you played? Also, if anyone needs rest to level 30, let me know, because it's just dropped. Yeah, that's a freeze trap. Yeah, Huxill's a really weird class. It's quite fun to play in a party with other people. I just don't really enjoy it solo though. I have no idea which way it is, by the way. Played offline until about 2012, where you hacked your way and played online on a private server. Yeah, online's fun. Yeah, GameCube is where I started as well, in about 2003, I think. Hey Sky, your videos are awesome. Really appreciate you helping keeping interest in this game alive almost single-handedly. PSO is one of my most beloved nostalgic games. First of all, I would say, very very kind of you to say, but there are other PSO creators as well, so I should shout them out as well. You've got creators like the Ziggy Pigster, the Sky's Not the Limit as well. Yeah, there are other creators who do fantastic work as well, but yeah, thank you for that. And I'm in full agreement, PSO is one of my favourite games of all time as well. I don't think it's my favourite Phantasy Star anymore. I think after playing through Phantasy Star 4, I think that is probably my favourite Phantasy Star. But it's the kind of game where you basically play through it once and then you kind of have to leave it for a while with it being a single player JRPG. Where this I can just keep playing it. But yeah, I still absolutely adore PSO. I mean, let's be real, I adore most of the franchise. Oop, Pika got a photon drop. Yeah, I'm at the point now where I'm just kind of saving my photon drops now, because I want to try to start sphering things if I can. And by things, I mean my Geosword. Watch Sky's Not the Limit as well. Yeah, they are really, really good creator. They do some really interesting videos. Please make shortcuts and emotes account wide. It's a really weird interaction that when the bringers charge you in ultimate. So you probably know that when a bringer hits you with the charge in ultimate, it decoups your weapon. What you might not know is that even if it does no damage, so if you're, for example, if you have mag invincibility, or if you're on the floor and can't be hit, if the bringer passes over you, it still decoups your weapon. Which is mildly frustrating. Thief level 30. Yeah, it's like you said, it's all about sort of keeping the game alive. I mean, obviously servers like Ephinea are fantastic for that, and you know, I am so thankful that there are private servers that keep PSO alive, whether it's Ephinea or any of the others as well. anything I can do to help that and sort of raise awareness for maybe for people who weren't aware of the game when it released back in the day, or for people who are maybe brand new to the franchise. Anything I can do to sort of get them into the game, I will. Because ultimately all I want is more people playing this game, because that means more people on these servers. And then all we need is just Sega to take notice and actually remember the franchise exists. Do you know what? The drop rate for this Heart of Parts of Lightning really isn't too bad with RBR. It's like 103k. I mean, it's not good, but it's like in the realm of doable. Yeah, fun quest this. I don't do this one very often, to be honest. I think mainly because a lot of the IDs I've got are not particularly great in Ruins. Or rather, there's just not a whole lot on those IDs I want to hunt for in Ruins. But it is nice to do Ruins. It is always one of my favourite areas. Now all we need is someone to get a Prophets of Mortav drop. Yeah, I love Ruins. Definitely one of my favourite areas. I think probably my favourite area in episode 1. Okay, so it goes to Ruins 3. Okay, fair enough. So I guess we might get Sorcerers here. Yeah, for those of you in chat who might be new here, I normally stream twice a week usually. So I normally do a Wednesday stream and a Sunday stream. Wednesday is usually something other than Phantasy Star, so at the minute I'm going through Chrono Trigger. But Sunday is typically a Phantasy Star stream usually. Not always PSO, we do kind of mix around the franchise a bit. But this damage is disgusting with the level 81 Shifter and D-Band. Okay, we got Sorcerers. Let's stop that now. Oh, and they dropped Book of Hitagata. Okay. You got level 30 Zalo and Jelen as well. So we've had Shifter, Zalo, Jelen, and Resta between us. The game doesn't get enough credit for being one of the few split-screen RPGs back in the day that had some real depth. When I played it back in 2004 with my siblings, we never played online. Yeah, the split screen was really fun. I used to, so because I started on GameCube, I played split screen quite a lot with my brother, so, and I had a couple of friends that played it as well, so it was always nice to get together and do some split screen. I do kind of miss split screen. Actual nice drop, really? What did you get? Oh, nice. So that could take up to a 50 hit hell ray gun. It might take you a while to get the tech right on it, but yeah, keep hold of that. That's very nice. So I'm not sure what the deal is with the weird purple wave. Purple bad. Noted. But yeah, it's one of the crazy things about PSO, honestly, the fact that it was legitimately really, really fun offline as well. Obviously, it was designed primarily for online, hence the name. But it was totally, totally playable offline as well. There was still quite a lot to do. And I never really felt like I was sort of screwed by just playing offline. I mean, I did eventually play online. It probably took about maybe a year or so, I think, after I got the game before I went online. But yeah, I never really felt like I was screwed out of anything. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting quest. I should probably do this more often. Only thing about offline was no gallon shop. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, that is a pretty big downside. I'd forgotten about that. I can't remember though. With GameCube anyway. Obviously, I know there was the Plus version of GameCube, which I'm not familiar with at all because it didn't release in Europe. I know Plus made some quests that were online available as offline quests, but I don't know if it made Gallon Shop offline. I know I think it was East and West Tower it made offline, but I don't know if it did Gallons as well. Well, we got another Silence Claw. So I'm just collecting Silence Claws at this point. That is my role. When we played back in the day, we never got far enough to know anything about gallons. Yeah, it was. I guess it was kind of a shame, wasn't it, that you'd find these photon drops and just not be able to do anything with them. You got a Silence Claw PD. Thank yourself, lucky. I mean, they don't even have good attributes. Yeah, I was going to say, I think on GameCube you could sell them for about 1,000 Mazetta, couldn't you? That was like the only use of them, really. Okay, I'm not going to ask what's going on here. They do a lot of damage, apparently. Somehow. Never even played an Ultimate before. It's a goal of mine now, though. Me and some of my family are trying to stream our first journey to Ultimate. Oh, cool. Yeah, Ultimate, if you've never done Ultimate before, it will be an experience. I mean, you may already notice if you've never done Ultimate before that some of the enemies are different. And they do different things. I'm sorry if this spoils anything, but yeah, I think you'll enjoy Ultimate. It would be nice to get something other than a Silence Claw. You love the lilies. Everyone loves the lilies in Ultimate. Everything in Ultimate has Mega and a billion HP. I mean, you're not far off. Do you know what? I'm actually really impressed that you survived that Grants. I mean, I guess that's like recast health, but... I love the 98. I really thought that would kill you. Oh, you have light resist, okay. Pretty familiar with it. Never not paid attention to Phantasy Star, and I've actually been watching your videos for a few years now. Just didn't get back into the game itself until recently. Oh, cool. Yeah, honestly, Ultimate, it's fine for the most part. It's just some areas they decide to just give everything instant kill. It's mainly episode 2. An insane tech resistance. Yeah, I mean, it varies a bit on the enemies. Some enemies are fine to use techs on. Multiplayer is definitely rougher for forces for sure, if you're a pure caster. It does depend a bit on the area though. Oh yeah, episode 2 definitely, yeah. Yeah, episode 2 is not nice for force. I guess apart from... I guess if you're doing CCA... Well actually, I think most of episode 2, quite a lot of it is weak to dark, so... I guess you can spam Megid on some things, but it's still not nice. I definitely feel like episode 1 is one of the fairer episodes for sure. I'd love to know who thought adding 90% tech resistance to Chaos Bringers was a good idea. Yeah, Bringers are fun with a phone you all. At least with most enemies, they have at least one weakness. Bringers is just... no. Honestly, what I tend to do for Bringers with a phone you all is I bring along a Demon's handgun. So yeah, there are certain enemies. A charge cane. Yeah, there are certain enemies that just kind of screw over forces if you're pure caster. You know, if you're playing something like Full Mar or Full Mal, it's fine because you can just go melee. Even with a Phonium to an extent, but not so much with Phonium. I mean, I guess you could use something like a Vivienne, but you would have to need a max attack power for that. This bell respawn sucks. Unbalanced bull like that is exactly what makes the old RPG so interesting. Big lover of old unbalanced MMO mechanics like that. I mean, there is some really unbalanced player stuff as well. You know, there is some gear that is very overpowered. Yeah, we all need to be in the same room if we're going to pay B. Oh, we did it again. It's nothing short of a small miracle when you actually pull off a full-person PB properly. Okay, everything exploded. That's cool. Somebody's always typing or picking their nose and miss it. Or someone does the same PB in the wrong order. I mean, to be fair, even if you get 3 is still like, what, level... I want to say, is it level 61 shifter? Something stupid like that. I switch over to Twitch, the YouTube player would not stop skipping. Yeah, I'm definitely not dropping frames on this side, so I'm guessing it must be a YouTube thing. Having said that, YouTube has been a bit weird for me today as well, so I don't know if they're having some problems. The last bringer of the quest dropped you Rico's earrings. Oh, nice one. Yeah, Rico's earrings are actually pretty decent. And it's fashion. For what it's worth, YouTube is working okay for me. This is a very small room to be dealing with that many enemies. Oh, level up, cool. Yeah, Rico's earrings is pretty nice. I think a lot of people sleep on them a bit because I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe they have the highest potential evade of any barrier. Like, their evade is very, very high. I'm so glad I'm not in the middle of the room. Rico's earrings are a great stopgap before you get your paws in red ring. They are, for sure. That is one thing I do need to try and get. I really need to try and get another red ring at some point. In fact, all I'm getting, though, is another Silence Claw. That is now 3. It's a firing squad. Yeah, unfortunately with well, particularly with Hugh Seal, this weapon is just far too good on them, and there's, for single target stuff, there's just not much reason to use much else. I guess you could Berserk with something like a Daylight Scar. Oh, actual decent drop for someone. Heavenly Battle. You know, actually a good drop. Oh my god, that is so many bringers. I was going to say that felt like it should be the last spawn. This level first force to ultimate. I think I'm going to hunt for the rifle you get from Dal Relay before Ruins. And hope for a bringer around. Rifle from Dal Relay. Would that be Holy Rare? Smart use of phrase traps. I try. I am not very good with Android. And it's kind of a shame you don't fight Falls at the end, isn't it? Also, yeah, your party of 3 finished before us. How does that work? Yeah, Holy Rate has a few drops, yeah. So, apparently Blueful Sill Dragon. But yeah, I know it drops from Dal Relay for at least 1 or 2 IDs. 3 silence claws. This is what I get when I stream. I've got 2 identical ones. Thanks, game. I mean, it's 30 team points. What would you all say is... What was that? What would you all say is the big thing which stops new people from going back and checking this game out? Very simply, just the age of the game. I think... If you think even Blue Burst is 2004, it is a very old game now, and a lot of people just aren't really interested in going back that far, which is sad. I thought it was Mew. Yeah, good to see you, Mew, as well. Yeah, so Mew, we basically, we hide away on the European ship. It's mainly just because obviously I'm based in Europe, so it's a little bit better for me for ping, but yeah, we all tend to hang out on Limerus usually. I know there is an extra spawn in this quest. I think there is like a 5-bringer extra spawn. I can't remember how to trigger it though. You got the tech on the second try, nice. I think the fact of no real hand-holding by the game and lack of tutorial as such, people start to get baffled and then give up. That is fair. And that is really nice. Actually got really good attributes as well, like 50 air beast and 40 dark as well. Yeah, nice drop. 25 years of PSOing and it usually requires kicking and screaming to get friends to come to PSO original. Yeah, that is a very, very nice ray gun. Yeah, Hell ray gun is obviously really useful, so yeah, really nice drop. Well, I got 3 silence claws. Do you want to play challenge mode? Alright, so how many we got now, let's say? We have 7 currently. Yeah, so again, for anyone new, we normally hang on Limerus Block 2, Lobby 21. Yeah, I know Mew helps out loads of people, so yeah, shout out to Mew. Hi, Adis, good to see you. Every time I've gone on Ephinea, I never see anyone talking in the lobby, so I'm not sure where the socialising's happening. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is like friend groups and so on. You do get it sometimes where the lobby will be active, but I know for me it depends a lot on what time I'm playing. Because I'm European, quite often when I go to the ships, it'll be fairly early for, you know, for like the US players and everything, so I probably see it at the quieter times of the day usually. Alright, so I think we have enough people. Should we do tower? Is it time to do tower? Oh, someone else was here too, cool. Down for tower. Okay. What IDs do you want to do tower? He hungers for hit seal J sword. I mean, It would be a nice, like, dream. I do not want to hunt it, though. I have one CLJ sword. That is enough. I am happy with my... Oh, everyone wants to do Skyly. I mean, if you want to do a Skylight Tower, I will. I mean, I guess it's a chance for a collective CLJ sword. We have to do at least one, okay. Yeah, I mean, there is also purple as well, you know, for Heaven Punisher and 502 as well. I love HP, I exclusively eat HP mats. You think it's dropping Disaster? Right, well, I don't really want to play Hugh Seal and Tower, to be honest. I'll see what people use and then I'll figure out who I'm using. Stream will look and all that. You see that, but when I got my CLJ sword, it was off stream. Despite how many times we ran things on the stream, it dropped off stream. Which is typical. Off stream and with no attributes. Perfect. Alright, so Porkins has got his Uniworld. Cool. Hydrate, I just have. Okay, so yeah, I guess we could do one Skylight Tower and then... I mean, Purple Num is a really good shout for the other one, isn't it? I guess. It's kind of hard to go wrong with Purple Tower. I mean, I can go get my purple if people want to do purple for a second run. Well, it looks like there is a Skylight Tower run up at the minute. Ah, you do have purple, cool. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make a purple, we could do purple as well. And then people can just join whichever one they want then. Is New Genesis worth a revisit? I haven't played it since maybe 2022. They've sort of stuck to this schedule of releasing like limited time quests that tend to rotate every so often. There is a bit more story now, thankfully. With more coming in August, I believe. I think it's pretty fun at the minute. They've added an area from PSO to Classic as well, which is pretty cool. Oh, thanks for that, Mew. Yeah, no worries. I mean, if you want to make a purple num run, we can do purple for second. Yeah, I would probably say, Young Shadow, if you haven't played NGS since 2022, give it a shot. They do give a lot of freebies out as well, so I think if you get to level 65, they give you some like, really decent free gear, which will get you up to like the current level cap, more or less. Space for 2 more on the SGS run. Yeah, and then if either I can get a purple or if someone else wants to make a purple, we can. I will probably switch off this character though because I really don't want to be using Hugh Seal. Okay, there is a purple game up now. Cool. So feel free to file into whichever game you want. It Depends on whether you want Sealed J Sword or Heaven Punisher. But yeah, let me go and grab my... I think I'll get my Ranger as well, actually, because it's just way more comfy. So I could have made the game anywhere. Yeah, again, if you want Sealed J Sword, make sure you join the Skyly game. If you want Heaven Punisher, join the purple #1. We're doing the same quest, so... Alright, so what we've got, so... Okay, so, yeah, so Mew's joined that one, cool. You just saw a nurse, that'll be Mew. Mercy is Mew from Ephinea. Alright, well, I will join. Oh, do you know what? The lure of the SJS with it. So we're getting an SJS hit now, yeah? Yeah, Pigget, you'll know Mew if you go on the Ephinea forums. And you've probably seen them doing banners now and again as well. Alright, yep. Welcome to hell, everyone. 90 hit untech about to drop. The problem with that is that then it's not worth unsealing. Celebrity run. Yeah, thank you for tagging along, Mew. I knew in the other game, but yeah, thank you for joining. It wasn't the wrong room, Mew. We basically just split the teams up just to try and split it so everyone can get in games. That's all. Right, come on. It's going to happen. This is the run. SGS, yeah, no, we've just started. The allure was too strong. You can't give me a tower quest on RBR week, you know, on DAR week. And not have me do Skylight Tower. How am I still here even after getting an SGS week? Oh yeah, and it's also a Uniworld Luck Day as well. Oh, we're off to a flying start. Yeah, Mew was in a second ago. I think they joined one of the other games, but I'm not sure if they left it or something. Really? You're just going to spam that? Yeah, Mew, if you're still here, feel free to just drop in any of the games. Like I said, we normally try and balance it so we've got enough games for the amount of people. I'm sadly doing laundry and won't be available for another hour or so, no worries. All I'm going to say, Nemo, is there is a ruins quest. What you choose to do with that information is up to you. Oh, you've gone back to the purple room. Oh, nice one. Yeah, so PS6 is an RBR for all this week. I'm just very glad it's still on RBR. I wonder though why PS6 is on RBR and PW4 isn't. And like I said, the only reason I'm thinking of is maybe to try and cut down on the benefits of running the resets. Even though no one will run it. I mean, full parties will run it. I wouldn't want to solo this. Yeah, if you're still around after this run, I'm more than happy to do a run. So all I'm doing is just demon spamming the hell out of everything. I am using demons mechs, yes, S-rank ones. They're extremely busted. Well. Thanks, Tower. How'd you get them? You have to S-rank episode 1 challenge mode for these. When you complete it, you get a choice of a few different weapon types. You get the S-rank weapon that way, and then you have to do like a little side quest thing to be able to add the special to it. But they are worth getting because all S-rank weapons have unreduced specials. So it's the full demons on mechs. Which is about as broken as you think it is. Where if you use, for example, demons Vulcans, they would be really reduced. Oh, how'd you find them? As in, are they good? Very. You need a bit of accuracy to be able to use them well because they can't have attributes. So you kind of need to have a high A tier character to make them work well. But yeah, I mean, you can probably see how much they're shredding things. I feel like with Ranger just benefits loads from having a few S ranks. I mean, I've got 3 at the minute. I've got the S rank, I've got the Demon's Mechs, I've got a Demon's Needle, and Hell Needle. Exactly, yeah, you can basically apply demons multiple times in a row, which is extremely broken. I'm dead. Oh no, I got shielded. That was very much get down, Mr. President. Got a health shot, want to supplement it with something either demons, either shot mech or needle. Obviously mechs is fantastic for single target, like the big mini bosses here. Shot and needle, there's advantages to both. One in 8,000 for a CLJ sword. Dude, saying there's a chance. Depends on what character you're going to use it with. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you need to remember that Demons is nerfed on androids in Ultimate. Chopper and a Rimmer. Yeah, demons would work really well on. Do you mind? Should really fix nerfed Android demons. It's clearly a bug. Well, if it's clearly a bug, can I also have my boost to freeze, confuse, and paralysis specials? I would appreciate that. For real though, how funny would it be if another CLGSR dropped? 1 in 7,755 for you, nice. I think it's 1 in 8,001 for me. Ah, I didn't see you there. Oops, all Gigus. Yeah, I blatantly didn't touch the fence, but okay. Yeah, this quest is really, really good for Gigus. Oh, Heart of Poem drop, nice. Still one of the coolest looking weapons in the game. $15 dark. It's just a shame that claws just aren't better. But yeah, really, really cool looking weapon. I quite liked how in Dreamcast PSO the shock status effect was unique to casts and machine enemies. I would prefer that. If we could go back to that, that would be great. It'd be funny if there was a quest titled Not the Bees and it's just the Exard Space Room, but Gigi is instead. .45 hit Ripper with no special. Sounds about right. Yeah, honestly, having multiple ranges for tower just makes it so much easier. Is it 1 in just over 500 for Rika's Claw? Not bad. Has there been any inkling about Anniversary? Not where I know of. There was just that poster made a little while back, just saying it was going to be different this year, but I don't think there's been any information on what's going to happen. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be about August again. Damn, Ilgul got hands. Yeah, I would assume August time. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. It'll be August, cool. Got insider knowledge. Yeah, I'm really, really interested to see what they do with it this year. Because I know that they're obviously changing how the anniversary works this year. With it being like the biggest event of the year for Ephinea, I think that's fair to say. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with it. I mean, really, I think the main problem with the old one was just there was just too much incentive for people to spam Forest. Is Mia aware of the Cease Forest initiative? They are now. Yeah, we are part of the Cease Forest initiative. We try to spread the word of don't run forest. Unfortunately, people didn't really listen to us, but we tried. Yeah, I think that, for me, that was like the only problem with the anniversary. It was just too lucrative to run forest. But again, I don't really know how you get around that. Short of moving some of the drops around. Yeah, like changing the drop tables is one way to do it. Because the problem is, I don't even think it was a problem exclusive to like the anniversary forest quest, because even without that, you could still just spam Tyrell's ego. Give gold to yellow bows and Oran. Only thing I'm happy about is the badges being turned into quest items instead of inventory. Yeah, it'd be nice not to fill our inventories with badges. Gold needs to drop from more than 2 IDs. I don't even care if it's from McClare's. Yeah, I don't know what it is with gold. I don't know why it's so hard to get in comparison to like similar items. It's weird. Not properly played for an anniversary, what can I expect? It's hard to say because, like I said, they are meant to be changing this year. So last year the way it worked was you had some special maximum attack quests. There was like one for each area of the game that were generally quite short quests with fairly dense enemy counts. They were kind of ideal for hunting more or less anything. And you'll get anniversary badges both for completing them and for there's like random drops as well. And the badges you could trade in for loads of different stuff. It's also during the anniversary event previously, all 4 of the rotating boosts are active at the same time. And then there is usually like a goal we work towards that can further boost it. Yeah, generally, in short, it's basically the best event of the year for Ephinea. Yeah, so normally all 4 of the boosts are on at once. So you have like increased experience, increased drop anything rate, increased rare monster rate, and increased rare drop rate at the same time. Oh, I forgot this quest is both towers. But yeah, it's, if you are interested in, well, leveling characters or finding more or less anything, then the anniversary is probably the time to do it. There are a lot of people who literally come back to Ephinea for the anniversary. You probably notice that the player count will go up significantly as well during it. Well, I've had a whole lot of nothing so far. Oh, sorry, I tell a lie. I got a Dragon Slayer from a box. It's going well, isn't it? I think next week is Rare Enemy Week. It is. Yeah, so next Sunday will be Rare Enemy Week. However, next Sunday stream I won't be doing PSO because Clementine's summer event is starting then, so I want to check that out as well. And then honestly, we'll probably play PSO the week after that when it's Rare Drop Week. Was it from the Delbiter? If it was from Delbiter, it's Soul Banish. Yeah, Soul Banish is one of those weapons, isn't it? Where it looks really cool, but it is a very weapon. Like, partisans aren't particularly strong generally, apart from Viaya. And yeah, Soul Banish is just a bit weird. Yeah, let's give a partisan a level 1 Megid special that saps your health. Sure. Well, someone found S-Part. Congrats to them. I feel like that is one of the most mind-numbing hunts to do in the game. The S-Part hunt from normal guild checks. It's not difficult because, you know, it's very, very fast to get through them, but you're playing normal. Like, I don't think I could hunt that. For as difficult as it is to hunt some things, they should have better specials. Yeah, that was the normal drop ones, yeah, because it was guild check without a H on the end. So yeah, it was the normal guild checks. But yeah, I agree, Nemu. I think there is definitely some gear in PSO that is very, very rare and not particularly good. But, you know, not everything has to be, you know, ridiculously busted, but it sounds awful. Yeah, Soul Banish's special is just weird. Wait, what? so on my screen there, you just died of nothing. I guess maybe a bit of desync or something. It was mega. Yeah, the Lily was already dead for me. Yeah, I feel like Soul Banish is one of the weapons that maybe has the worst special, because I can't think of a single situation where a level 1 mega that drains your health is useful. And the thing is, it doesn't even go in a straight line from what I remember. Is Naze Claws good? I was wanting it. So there are 2 Naze Claws in the game. There is the fake one, which you can get from Gallon's shop. That one, not great. That one looks like a Silence Claw, but has like pink blades. The real Naze Claw. It is the strongest claw, and it does have a spirit special, so it can do a lot of damage. But the animation for claws just isn't that great. And the only character that really has a good claw animation is Hucasil, but Hucasil can't use Naze Claw because it's Hunuel only. It does have another effect, which I'll go into in a sec, though. Yeah, someone has his follow. Thank you for the follow, Guilty. Much appreciated. Yeah, I think there was a double up there. That's fine. Level 61's fine. Yeah, so the other thing that Naze Claw does is it does give you a boost to the effectiveness of... I think for Naze Claw, I think it's for simple tech, so... Foy, Barter, and Zonda. I think it boosts them by, I want to say 20%, but I could be wrong. So there is some very niche use for it. Basically, I guess if you're a Hunuel and you're doing Darkfalls, I guess having the Foy boost is quite nice for when it puts shield up in the final phase, but it is very, very niche. I mean, it's a strong weapon. It will do a lot of damage, particularly with the Spirit Special. It's just that the claw animation is just not very good, and the fact that there are stronger sacrificial special weapons, namely Excalibur and Galatine. Ziggy, good to see you. Good luck with the hunts. Yeah, basically all I've had so far is Silence Claws. Yeah, it is a really, really good week for hunting, though. Really, actually decent RBR. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, Ziggy. Value City on tap. I mean, yeah, I guess it is DAR week, you know. Value City is probably not too bad. Wow, he does not care at all. Rika's Claw looks so cool, but feels essentially worthless outside of collection's sake. Yeah, I guess the only benefit of Rika's Claw is the boost to Gifoy Gizunda Gavada. Well, let's be real, Gifoy. Nope, another Dragon Slayer. Definitely a Skyline run. Going okay at the moment. Was chipping away 10 of each class leveling yesterday. Nice. Yeah, I was doing a bit of leveling yesterday. I'm trying to get a Wrecker Seal to Ultimate at the minute. I think I've got her to about 55 so far. So maybe next experience week I might be able to get her there. It's a weird thing for me with PSO though, I think because I played it so much now, I really, really don't like going through normal hard and very hard anymore. For me, the game starts at Ultimate now. Returning, picking up the game after many years, think they're playing a Hughcast or a Humor for casual player, messing about in challenge mode. Do you think rest will be worth it just to have the damage? Play GameCube version way back. I mean, all I'm going to say is Hughcast is ridiculously strong. It kind of depends on what you favour, so obviously having Rester is nice for sure. But with Hughcast, you've got all the damage, and you've got obviously having traps is a massive benefit as well. It is the kind of game though where you can play pretty much whatever you want. I mean, you know, I know we always meme on Humor, but realistically, if you're playing Humor, you can still do fine for the most part. Pretty much missed the stream. Oh, we're going for about, what, another hour and a quarter or so? I was experimenting with multi-client to level hunters since the solo experience was so bad. Finished all ranges except Wrecker Seal. Oh, nice. Go with whichever you think looks coolest. Exactly. Good to see Void Money as well. I need a red ring every so often. The confused from this shield kills me. But it's a cool looking shield. I mean, although I guess I haven't said that. I guess you could just use a red ring and then get the deep plating for it. Hey Peter, good to see you. Somehow we've ended up in Skylight Tower looking for CLJ swords, even though I have one. I don't really know how this has happened, but we're here. I was going to ask if this is RBR. It is. Yeah, they've... Unfortunately, they've put a Tower Quest on RBR. That is a nasty spawn, yeah. There is a few really horrible spawns in this quest. Ephinea, why? It's because they know that people like me will play Tower. Yeah, so you know what we were talking about spawns?
Subscriptions to the community. Welcome to the Fala fam.
Oh, thank you very much for the gift sub, Ziggy. Much appreciated. And again, if you want to look for other Phantasy Star content creators, there is actually a few in chat at the minute. So check out Ziggy, check out Void Money, check out Pizza Made. They all do fantastic Phantasy Star content. Please go and look at them. Very pleased to see Tower on RBR. I need a V5 or 2. This isn't a bad quest for it. It just means running Tower, unfortunately. No worries, Pizza. Oh yeah, Void, please go and check out Pizza. For sure.
Ziggy Pigster gifted a tier 1 subscription to
Ah, there we go. Thank you for that, Ziggy. Enjoy the sub pizza.
Pizza May gifted a tier 1 subscription
You love to see it.
to Ziggy Pigster.
Thank you for subbing that one, Pizza. Yeah, man, that floor is rough. I do not like that floor. Sadly, I cannot have pizza anymore due to dietary restrictions. Also, thank you for the 13-star rare drop. Also, we've got a hype train, apparently. Pizza is one of Mew's favourite passionate streamers. There you go, Pizza. Mew lurking in here. Yeah, I think Mew is helping out the other team at the minute. Oh, I'm so dead. Wait, what? I survived the Ilgil? Only to suffer anywhere. I mean, that is Tower in a nutshell. The Mericarol was having none of that. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that we have all these Fantasy Star content creators. You know, I think for a game that is, you know, let's be real, it is a relatively niche game. It's an old game now. It's great that we have all these creators that are still supporting it. Okay, how about we just freeze it instead? Let's do that, that works. All the Ephinea PSO streamers are like Les Potato Chips. I can't choose a single favourite, I love them all. Here's your UK fact of the day, Pizza. We have what you would call lays over here, but they're not called lays in the UK. They're called walkers. But it's the same logo and everything. What really catches me out is the staggered spawns. Yeah, that is what I don't like about this floor. It's a lot easier for me to deal with if you kill all the enemies and then the next wave spawns. Where the way this works is you'll kill one enemy and then something else will spawn and something else will spawn. So you're constantly having to look around to see what spawned, particularly in Tower. There's some great flavors over there. Yeah, they are what I would call crisps, yes. The nicheness of PSO is the reason why it captures something unique, yeah? Also, yeah, I totally agree, Richard. Ilgils are some of the coolest enemies in PSO, but I hate them. It's two separate spawn lines, okay. I should have saw that spawn coming, really. We have some really good gluten-free biscuits. A dear friend of mine brought a whole bag of luggage just to buy and bring them back. Oh, nice. Working in hospitality and tourism for many years, I have had so many misunderstandings over the word chip. God damn. That was a hell of a crit. Yeah, we just had to confuse everyone by calling chips different to what everyone else calls them. Yeah, the gluten-free stuff, Peter, it's really, really hit and miss. Because I try and get gluten-free stuff when I can. I'm not like gluten intolerant or anything, but or rather, I don't have an allergy to it, but I'm maybe slightly intolerant to it. But it's just it's such a mixed bag. Like, some gluten-free stuff you get is horrendous. Alright, this feels like a sealed J spot. Sealed J sword spawn. Trying to find the specific name of the brand. Oh, someone's got a banner. Not here. Gizonda level 30. Cool. I've still never found a level 30 attack tech disc. That's one thing I've never found in PSO. Partner has a rice intolerance and it's pretty limiting. Yeah, it really sucks. Some stuff with gluten in I'm not too bad with. Like I said, it's not like I have a full allergy to it. It's just that if I eat something that's got quite a lot of gluten in it, I'll notice. God, this spawn is awful. And they're all purple as well, which is like instant kill. Lovely. Can I tag that with Zalo with me? Yeah, pizza. We are quite big on biscuits here. Which, to be fair, probably explains why we've all got health problems, but... Okay, done. Cool. I still miss fish and chips. Yeah, I live probably like what 20 or 30 minutes away from what is generally considered one of the best fish and chip places in the UK, so all that rest of support paid in spades with moons. Would you believe it? No sealed JSOR drop. Who'd have thought? Felt like a spare part, no worries. No, that quest is hard. I would have a problem and then be called fish and chips mate. Pretty spoiled as far as anything fish goes. I'm on Vancouver Island. Oh, okay, fair enough. Brought with 10 boxes of Nairn's OTs. I think I've had those before. I think. Honestly, I think my favourites at the minute are the by company called Ringtons, and they do these. I like ginger biscuits, but you can tell it's proper ginger, and they're so nice. I love ginger biscuits. Like, I have a problem. Also, ginger biscuits are really good if you have stomach problems, so that's my excuse. So my entire haul from that was a single Dragon Slayer, huh? With no attributes. Preventing stomach problems before they start, exactly, yeah. Preventative measures. You got nothing. Yeah, Hatterpoom is a nice drop. Please send me all of your fish. I'm one of these people where there's only certain fish I'll tend to eat. I don't mind sort of things like whitefish. I'm okay with those. I'm not a big lover of like oily fish. Since we're talking pizza and fish, thoughts on anchovies. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry, but no. Yeah, good run, everyone. We survived tower, kind of. Going for dinner soon, no worries. Yeah, they are very, very salty, aren't they? Yeah. Anchovies on pizza are such a great way to have a pizza all to myself in a social situation. It would work with me for sure. I just tend to stick to a nice easy pepperoni. That'll do me. So. Yeah, I think the other team might be done soon. Yeah, see, I wouldn't go for tuna either, because, again, I'm just not a big fan of tuna. Has to be very small quantities, fair enough. Yeah, I would think the other team is probably getting close to the end, so... Yeah, 50 minutes in. I would think they're probably in the last round by now. Also, while you are here, Peter, as well, I do want to shout out your charity event you're doing as well, just for anyone who isn't aware of it. Yeah, so Pizza is doing a charity stream. It's in, I think it's towards the end of the month, isn't it? Is it the 20, is it 27th, 28th, around then? I would encourage you to support it if you are interested. Yeah, I think the goal was to level a 4 mile as much as you can in. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 2 12-hour streams you're doing? Oh, Nimbus Soul Thief says, "What's up, Big Chungus? We played a couple of times while I was grinding V101." 2 12-hour streams, cool. I don't know how you do it, honestly. Honestly, I do a 3-hour stream, and after that, I am done. I can't imagine doing 12 hours. I mean, I know you'll like take breaks and stuff, but yeah, definitely consider supporting it if you are interested. I'm not going to say which charity it's for because I can't remember the exact name of the charity. Remind yourself it's for charity. That is my motivation for lasting 12 hours. It's a good motivation. It's for suicide awareness, Voices of Education. Very good cause. No, I think it's a great thing you're doing. And hopefully we get that 4 mile nice and leveled as well. Since we're just waiting for the other party. The incentives got crazy, I'm scared. I mean, you probably know what song I'm going to play. There we go. Basically, this and Rise and Fall are the only songs I pick on the jukebox. Have we discovered all the tracks that trigger the DMCA? So Eatless Strange Fruits definitely does. I think it was Last Impression does. Can't remember if there's any others. Does the Boomer song trigger it? I mean, it hasn't. It should. The DMCA triggers are going up in games I've noticed. I've had a few for the Chrono Trigger playthrough, but they've all been some malicious ones that I've contested and I've won them all, so... Yeah, there's a group that basically tries to copyright claim almost anything. It basically anything with Latin lyrics, but also some songs from Chrono Trigger. I always try to use in-game music for my videos, but I've had to re-edit multiple times in order to not get a DMCA challenge. Yeah, for me, I mean, with the PSO soundtrack, I've been mostly fine. I would say avoid money, though, if you are ever using the PSO soundtrack. Don't use the PSO Episode 3 boss music, which the Idler Strange Fruits, because that consistently gets flagged. Yeah, so basically the reason it happens is because in PSO 2, you might know that they use that song for PSO 2, for Part of the Prophet from Darkness theme. And then what they did is they basically did a competition on PSO2 where they would release a boss theme that was a vocal version, and that song won the competition. So they recorded a vocal version of it, and ever since that vocal version has been released, now that song triggers DMCA. So yeah, just be careful if you play something like Clementine as well, because Clementine has a habit of using that song as well. I mean, what I do now is for when I play Clementine, I tend to just demonetize the stream. It's just easier. Oh god, the Boomer song. I hate this song so much. I have questions for whoever decided this song should be on Ephinea. Yeah, this song's awful. I think we need to make a game. Hearing it twice through Ephinea and through the stream is some fun ASMR. I would probably disagree politely, but yeah, this is a real song that exists. Yeah, what can we do for a quick run? Because I think the other team is probably getting close to the end of that quest. I feel like TTF is like not worth doing at the minute because it's DAR week, so we're not boosting the red ring chance. Oh, I think they might have finished their run. Thank you, Pika, for saving us from the Boomer song. Did anyone get any good drops in the other run? I mean, you had to have been better than ours. PD, okay. I see how it is. We got shift to level 30. I mean, it's something. That was our main drop, okay. I see what we're dealing with today. So I guess, I mean, maybe we should do the episode 4 quest, because we haven't done that yet. I'm assuming we probably want to be doing, what, Green Hill or Red Rhea for Heaven Striker, I would assume. I guess with Green Hill, there's a V101 chance as well. I mean, I am happy to make a Red Rhea run. I don't have a Green Hill in Ultimate, so I can't help out there. But I can do a Red Rhea run if people want to do that. Also because I want to switch character. Green Desert. Green Desert is really, really good. Oh, this is you, Nimble Soul Thief. Oh, good to see you. Yeah, so I guess... I know Mist is AFK at the minute. Anything but tower. I like how you're all for tower and then we've done it once and that's enough. Very interested in Green Desert. You didn't like tower? think everyone likes tower, don't they? Okay, Mew doesn't like tower, fair enough. I think we're towered out. I think we've done. Mew played with the traps. Just curiosity, you see. Yeah, well, I guess we can do a Green Hill Desert. May as well do the RBR quest on green. You know, decent amount of zoos in it, so might get V101. There's Heaven Striker, so seems like a really good shout. I'll tell you what I'll do though. I will switch to my Floniwell. I love playing Force in episode 4. And because she needs some experience anyway, she's getting ever closer to 200. Yeah, 191. I think anniversary. I think I can get her to 200. I think I said that last year for anniversary, and then just never played it for the entire anniversary. Hi, Harmonia. Good to see you. Yeah, it was a bit wild earlier. Yeah, we had Ziggy gifting subs left, and right, and center, and then Peter was gifting subs, and. Okay, so there'll be one more spot for Green Desert if anyone wants to join. Yeah, I was running this RBR quest a bit earlier with my Floniwell. It just reminded me how much I hate get a blue lose. I'll take the jog out real quick. No worries, pizza. Yeah, no one really got anything in tower, so we're going to try some episode 4. All you missed was someone playing the Boomers song in the lobby. So it was probably best that you were aware, to be honest. Is there other forces for the others? I think there's a couple of people at AFK in the lobby at the minute. But yeah, we do have one more space if anyone wants in. I like how the shorter characters run faster to keep the same movement speed. What are the ginger biscuits called? Friend was asking. The brand is called Ringtons. I don't know if they're gluten-free ones. I don't think they are. But for what it's worth, I've never had any issues with them. Yeah, we have one more space for the RBR episode 4 quest if anyone wants it. It's on Green Hill, so you could get V101, you could get Heaven Striker. Ginger Snaps. Yeah, they are more like Ginger Snaps, yeah. They're also big, which is good. Yeah, they are very nice. Would recommend. Ah, there we go. Good to see you as well. Alright, let's go and blow some stuff up. think it's, is it sweep up 12, I think? You need to start peeking, by the way. Your leader. I think it's sweep up 12, yeah. Hi, Remote. Good to see you. Man, that's taking a while to load. That is really taking a while to load. There we go. Yeah, that was some loading. Okay, this should be pretty easy. Yeah, honestly, I love playing Force in episode 4. It's so much easier. Oh, congrats on the level. Where are you guys? We are here. Are you lagging a lot, Pika? I think Pika might be lagging quite a bit. Honestly, it's just nice to just play some PSO on a Sunday sometimes. I feel like this is like my happy place. It's nice though that if I'm not sure what to stream on a Saturday, I just default to PSO. Let's see if this works again. Yeah, there's a little trick you can do on this Spawner Force where you can't hit with Rafoy initially. For some reason you can't target them. But if you do use Razonda, you'll clip one of them and then you get the targeting reticle show up and then you can use Rafoy. All this talk of snacks maybe want Nutella. This is the problem with this, all this talk of snacks is not good because I have a pack of chocolate biscuits sat next to me. And I'm aware they're there. I see them looking back at me. Do you know what? It's nice to run an area with Force where you actually do damage in multiplayer. I mean, hopefully we'll get something. It would be nice to get one decent drop this stream. I don't even mean just for me, I mean for someone. Okay, well, I mean, I know I said I want a rare. Oh, so that's all I had to do, just start asking for rares and they happen. I mean, it's only a PD and it's an expire, but it's something. Is the bonus rare drop week this week? It is drop anything rare. So it's the weird one that kind of, it increases the chances of monsters dropping something, but that also helps them drop rares more often. Unless it's bosses or rare enemies, then it doesn't affect them. Yeah, basically just treat it as a rare drop week. Also, this quest, I have problems with this quest. This room specifically. So this room, you run it and there's a healing ring. So you use the healing ring. And then what it does is it spawns traps in the room after you've used the healing ring. So you basically get the healing ring, then you walk out of here and there's a trap normally here. It just feels like, why would you give me the healing ring and then do that to me? Also, the first Gerta Blue Lulu's in this room, so just be aware of that. And 1700 for Heaven Striker. That's not bad. I got a Glide Divine, a Hit a Guide, and an Ad slot on the tower run, so not too bad. Nice. God, I hate these things. Admittedly, they are a lot easier in multiplayer. Or if you have a ranger with demons. Mew's retreating back to her kitty coffin. She's usually never online during daylight hours. Well, good to see you, Mew. Yeah, thanks for dropping by and thanks for joining the games as well. Yeah, nice to see you. Clem event next week. Also, anything drop this stream. I think the best drop we've had this stream for anyone is, I think there was a Heart of Poom drop. That's about the best we've had so far. It's one of those weeks. As for Clem event, yes, I think next Sunday we're going to do PSU. That reminds me, actually, I don't know if you saw Pizza, but the Clementine summer event starts next week, or next weekend. They just announced it on the Discord yesterday. Yeah. So I think it starts on the 20th. Yeah, so if you wonder what to play for any of your streams or anything. I think I'm going to do PSU next Sunday. Check it out then. Oh, Pika got a Justy. Huge raz. At least the Ephinea anniversary is close. Hopefully we'll see drops on the stream and not offline. Yeah, hopefully. Can I just say, I just saw that Mew was talking about Pizza Hut there. Can I just say, the weirdest thing was that interaction that I saw that Pizza Made had with Pizza Hut. Like the collab for the ages. I can't believe that Pizza Hut actually hit you up with some stuff. I still can't believe it either. Then you get a classic Pizza Hut. So, I mean, we have Pizza Hut over here. I mean, a lot of them have closed down actually, but we do still have them in a few places. Is classic Pizza Hut literally just the interior done out like the really old school Pizza Huts? Is that the idea? Oh, that's really cool. Hard to tell because it's dark, but I think he's using a character type that my brother used when the game was new. Yeah, so this character is Phonuel. She's the female Newman Force. She's the most physically squishy character in the game. Okay, now thankfully there is only one more of those guys left in the quest. Some here in the States have plaques that annotate them as franchise landmarks. Okay. Yeah, I think over here, so the Pizza Hut used to be really popular. Like going back sort of 10, 15 years, I would say. So yeah, I mean, I would say over here, Domino's is probably the main one. Like, if you're going to a chain pizza place, like Domino's is probably the most popular one. I don't mind Domino's. Really? A 40-hit Justy? Fine. Yeah, I think over here, basically, Domino's came along and just kind of took over as the number one. I have had, is it Papa John's a few times as well? That was okay. For the most part, though, really, if I was to get a pizza, I'd probably go to like an independent place, probably. That's it. I mean, Domino's is fine, you know. It's been kind of weird over here lately with fast food because I feel like we're trying to copy America quite a lot lately. So particularly I would say over the last maybe 5 years or so, the UK has been getting a lot more like American franchises. So I know in the last couple of years we've got a Wendy's. We've got a Five Guys. We've got a Tim Hortons, but I know it's Canadian, but we've got a Tim Hortons as well. Which are like unheard of outside the last few years. I have an Italian co-worker who calls our pizza English flatbread. My enjoyment of pizza is inversely proportional to how posh it is. You have such delicious eats over there, want your bangers and mush? It's weird though, because like the UK, there's always this perception that the UK has terrible food. And I think that it's not really right. It's that I guess like English cuisine just tends to borrow a lot from other places. You went to a Five Guys once, was far too expensive. Yeah, I went to the one here once. And it was very nice, but it costs like double what an equivalent McDonald's or something would have cost. I'm not saying McDonald's is good because it isn't, but it was very expensive for what it was. We do have Nando's, we do. Yeah, Nando's is fine. Honestly, for me, though, if I'm going out with some friends or something, if I'm going to eat somewhere, I will normally... I quite like going for like Indian or something like that. Like I'm very happy going for like a good curry or something. That would do me fine. Cheeky Nando's. I haven't been to Nando's in years, honestly. I'm very intrigued by the chip butty sandwich and spice bags. Now, here I don't really know too much about the spice bags. We do chip butty sandwiches, definitely. Yeah, butter chicken is nice. I think my go-to, if I'm going to an Indian place, I will try and get a chicken balti if I can. I like something that's got like a little bit of a kick to it, but not too hot. Spice bags are Irish. I was going to say, I'm not really familiar with them over here. I mean, it could even be a regional thing, but it could be Irish for all I know. Yeah, Richard on YouTube just said it's Irish, apparently. I wonder how will you handle sour stuff. I'm usually not too bad with it, so if it's something like citrusy, I'm usually fine with it. I suppose it depends how sour. Oh, Pika got a snake spire. It's the only problem with talking about food. I'm hungry now. I'm so sorry. Again, those biscuits that are next to me are looking very good at the minute. When I get Indian food, my go-to is chicken korma with mushroom fried rice. Yeah, korma is good. I do have to be careful with korma because obviously it has like a lot of milk in it, and I'm not great with milk, but it is nice. Wouldn't that spoil dinner? I've already had my dinner. And I normally have my dinner before I stream. I probably eat my dinner quite early, really. I normally get it about, on a weekend, normally about sort of 5 o'clock or so. Nice, good work, everyone. I mean, there's no Heaven Strikers of A101s for anyone, but, you know, we tried. I'm convinced we just use the Tsumakiri J sword just to show off at the end of a quest. That's like the whole point of it, isn't it? That and to open boxes. Yeah, and I know a lot of people don't like kormas because it's not hot, but that's like kind of the point. But it's a good option for someone who wants to have a curry but doesn't cope well with spice. So I like a bit of spice on a curry, but not one that will make me, you know, burn my entire insides. I know we have been getting recently, there's been a couple more Japanese places opening as well, which is good. I haven't had a chance to try any of them out yet though. Oh yeah, 40 hit Justy. What Japanese did you enjoy when you were in Japan? The best thing I ate over there was when I was in Hiroshima, and it was the Hiroshima style okonomiyaki, which is incredible. It's basically like fried noodles. I'm trying the best way to explain it. It's basically like fried noodles with things like, you know, lettuce, like cabbage, like various different vegetables on it. You can have loads of different toppings on it if you want as well. There's loads of different ways you can do it. But it's all served like right in front of you. They have like a big like sort of grill plate on the table where you sit at, and they make it directly in front of you. That was amazing. I would have liked to have had some ramen, but basically I've got a problem with my stomach where ramen is like one of the worst things I can eat for it. So it kills because I really wanted to have Japanese ramen, but I know I just can't eat it. I'm sorry. And there's plenty of other stuff I could eat when I was there, but yeah. It was kind of sad that I couldn't eat that. I have a dream and it's called 7-Eleven in Japan. So I've experienced 7-Eleven in Japan, I have experienced Family Mart, and I have experienced Lawson. And honestly, if you want in like quick fast food from a conveni, Family Mart Family Chicky is amazing. It is horrendous for you, but it's amazing. And I would say Lawson probably does the best sort of sweet stuff. Like some of the Lawson's cakes and biscuits were really nice. 7-Eleven I think is probably better for, I guess, for like breakfast snacks or things like that. Yeah, I would say I made the fatal error of when I was there of one of the hotels that I stayed in basically had a Family Mart connected to it. It was like in the lobby of the hotel. And it was far too easy to just buy a Family Mart chicken like every day. I thought I was good when I went to the second hotel because that didn't have Family Mart, it had a Lawson's instead. But then I realised Lawson's did fried stuff as well. I was just like, it's over. So I think we might have time for maybe one more run. Is there anything that anyone is trying to get hold of? I am happy to help out with.
One more!
One more, exactly. TTF for the road. I mean, we could. Same thing I'm always after. I mean, there is the gold drop from Ruins. What ID even is that? Is it Whitehill? Or is that a different ID? I can't remember now. I know there's one ID gets it from Sorcerers. I can't remember which. We've always wanted to try a Japanese egg sandwich. Down for whatever. See, I don't know who's AFK at the minute. We do have a good selection of people. So I do not. Well, I do have a Whitehill, which is like level 30, which is probably not helpful. Oh, Scorpio, if you want bread stuff in Japan, oh, there's some amazing stuff. AFK watching stream, no worries. Yeah, there was something I tried when I was over there. It was a store that sold this stuff called melon pan. Yeah, and it's basically bread that's got melon in it, and it's incredible. And then the one I got, it was melon pan, and then in the middle of it, it had matcha flavored ice cream as well. I mean, I've never even heard of long egg. Japan are now playing Holland, okay. Or Netherlands, whichever. Yeah, we are kind of competing with the World Cup, so thank you to everyone who's not watching the football. Yes, I guess we can make a Whitehill, I guess, what, Scarlet Realm? I mean, there was a decent amount of sorcerers in that. But maybe there's another question on Joe. I guess it's still, you know, it's still DAR week, isn't it? So yes, that's one game up for Whitehill. So if you want to try and get Handgun Gold, that is your game to join. Germany just destroyed a team. Was it? Was it Kurikawa or something like that? I can't remember who they were playing now. Come back if we change minds. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so there is a... It says TTF for the road, but I imagine it's probably can be a Ruins one. So I guess one other thing we haven't done is we haven't done a Sam Million for Sky to try and find Heart Laconia Max. I know it's not the week to hunt for that, but we could still do a run. Oh yeah, Peter, the melon pan was amazing. It was so good. If I remember, I will try and send you some photos of that because it was incredible. Someone do Exard. I'm down to do either Exard or the Ep4 quest for Heart Laconia Max. Yeah, there is still one more space in that Whitehill game as well, if anyone's interested. I think we'll be 3 or 4 if Pika comes back. It depends if Pika wants to join the Whitehill game or whatever we're doing. Yeah, should we do a Sky Ep 4 then to try and get Laconia Max? I feel like we have to at least try. You're gonna join Whitehill, okay, no worries. Yeah, so we've got 3 for this one. Yeah, Scorpio just said that they could use having a caster in the TTF game as well. So if anyone's joining that. Oh, they've got Huniwell. Should be fine. It's basically a backup force. Alright, cool. Yeah, we can do it before then. Yeah, so it's this game here, Heart of Corp, and the password will be stream. Yeah, I'll just stay on my phone well for now. Can't bother switching again. Did you just type the password into a Twitch chat? I see that. The classic to scream misclick dice. An attempt was made. You were just saying the password in case someone's wondering. Yeah, you're just being helpful. Yeah, we'll go with that. I should really sort the volume on that alert because it makes me jump every time. Yeah, good to see a lantana. It's funny because I've turned it down once already, and it still seems too loud. Happy time zone, my friend. What percentage of the player base of these games do you think are anime fans? I have no idea. I mean, I think anime is a lot more popular now than it was, but 110%. It is probably quite high, yeah. %110% is wild. I've got the base right here. How many people present are anime fans? would I class myself as an anime fan? I mean, I watch some anime, but I'm not someone who watches a lot of series of anime. I enjoy the occasional anime. Let's put it that way. I say that knowing I still have to finish Freerun. I started watching Freerun. I love it. I got to like 3/4 the way through season 1, I think, and then got too busy, and then just never got to pick it up again. And I need to finish that. It's so good. And everyone says it's so good. The plan was, I was thinking, okay, I'll finish season 1 before season 2 drops. And then that didn't happen. And I'm still on season 1. Now they've announced like season 3, I think, and I'm still on season 1. I do really like what I've seen of it so far, though. Honestly, at some point, I still need to watch the latest Gundam as well. I still haven't got around to watching that either. Freerun is good. I've been reading it since 2023. Had an advantage in binge watching Freerun because I was bedridden with my first case of COVID. I mean, I'm glad you got to see Freerun. I'm sorry about the COVID. Good news is, while season 1 is 28 episodes, season 2 is only 10. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, unfortunately, I have this really annoying habit of starting things and then never finishing them. So, perfect example of that is, I bought a Gunpla kit to build about, what, maybe a month or so ago. I mentioned it to Pizza when I got it. It's still sitting on my desk, largely unbuilt. I would also recommend checking out Dan the Dan, it's quite good. Bit bizarre if you aren't used to the weird anime shit that throws your way, but the style and the comedy are top notch. So I think the answer to our PSO players anime fans has probably been answered judging by chat. Yeah, I just seem to have a really hard time like committing to something. Okay, I have seen the 2 anime Phantasy Star series. I have seen those. For better or for worse. See, you did complete them. Yeah, Episode Oracle was pretty cool. I liked Episode Oracle. PSO to the animation, not so much. I didn't like that. Do you have a hard of a time committing to other types of series? Maybe you're not much of a watcher and just more of a player or creator. Maybe.
Young Shadu just subscribed with Prime.
Oh, thank you for the Prime sub, Young Shady. Much appreciated. Had to drop the Prime to escape 3-minute ad walls. Yeah, honestly, for me on Twitch, I just use Turbo. It just makes things a lot easier when I'm watching a lot of different creators. If I had the money to sub to everyone individually, I would, but... yeah, I know Twitch can be pretty offensive sometimes with the ads. I keep thinking I got drops with your sub sounds. That is exactly why I chose those sounds. However, it does also have the catastrophic side effect of also affecting me. So I think something's dropped as well. Oh, this is the Delbite spawn, isn't it? Okay, by Delbiters I mean Dolphins. I mean, they're basically the same thing. I don't watch a whole lot of Twitch. I was watching on YouTube, but the player was bugging out for me. Yeah, I said earlier, but YouTube's been a bit buggy for me today. Also, now that YouTube and Twitch are a bit more friendly with the whole multi-streaming thing, I might have to start putting the chat on screen again. I used to have the chat on screen ages ago, but then Twitch and YouTube weren't really happy about it, so... it's just more of a help for you guys, really. Oh yeah, we can get lame here, can't we, from the big guys? Forgot about that. Oh, Photon Crystal drop, nice. That's at least useful. Wait, also, what is causing the purple lasers from the sky? That is the weapon that our Mal's using, so... is it Heaven Punisher they're using? Yes, it is. Yeah. So, there's a couple of weapons that can do it. It's mainly Heaven Punisher, which is what they're using at the moment. That little handgun. Or Heaven Striker can also do it as well. It's only at certain times of the day, unless you get a specific item for Heaven Punisher that allows you to do it all the time. But yeah, that is basically the special attack for those weapons. It's called Divine Punishment. It is very cool. It's really, really good because it flinches enemies really easily. I was recently watching someone play a game and the banner read, "God has received Heaven Punisher after defeating so-and-so," and I laughed a little too hard. I think one of the funniest banners I saw, I think it was last anniversary. It said something like, "Hilda Tor has found Heaven Punisher after defeating Hilda Tor." And I was like, well, how does that work? So he's got the weapon and then took it back. I really need to level, still about 62. Want all these cool items, but they're all in ultimate. Yeah, so you can do ultimate from level, I think it's 80 on this. It used to be 90 on the Sega servers for Blue Burst, but yeah, they changed it back to 80 on Ephinea, which is good. And at 80 it will be a little bit rough in places, but yeah. Really, once you play ultimate, you don't tend to go back much. Yeah, if we're talking funny things to do with Phantasy Star, you probably saw the last video I did was about the new AI chatbot mag thing in NGS. I played around with it a bit more after the video, and I got some absolutely stupid stuff from it. So I think I posted it on X, but I asked it I just wanted to know what it knew about Phantasy Star. So I asked it, is Phantasy Star a long-running franchise? And it said, I don't know about that. So I said to it, what, you don't know about Phantasy Star? And it went, no, I don't know about Phantasy Star. This is a mag AI in a Phantasy Star game. Said, no, I don't know about Phantasy Star. I think it was another person on Twitter, I think it was Artist DAR on their Castro account. They asked it about Dark Ragnar, which is one of the bosses in PSO 2, which is this like sick. Well, it looks four-legged, but it's basically like 4 legs and then 2 big claws. So it's 6-legged basically. And he asked the AI what this boss was, and it went, oh yeah, it's a 6-legged boss. So it went, cool. It went, so it's not an arachnid, so it's 6-legged. And the AI said, no, it's not an arachnid. It's got 6 legs. Okay. So I asked it again, but what is it? And the AI responded with, it's a quadrupedal quadruped. I mean, makes sense of that. Yeah, if you haven't tried the AI thing in NGS yet, don't expect much. Yeah, I do not enjoy it. I've played around with it for the video and to see what it can actually do, because in the video, basically, I wanted to see if it could be of use to, for example, for new players. Because my thinking was, if they could make an AI bot that could answer basic gameplay questions, could answer questions about like getting started and stuff, then maybe it would have a use. You know, it could help new players out. There could actually be a legitimate use for it, but it's useless. It just tells you completely wrong information, and it's just a complete waste of time. It's just something that didn't need to be there. I think the general consensus is, I think a lot of us think that it was probably a corporate decision rather than one the dev team wanted to implement. Is Sega expecting the player base to use it to answer questions and form its own structure? I mean, in the little story bit you get before you unlock the AI, they say that it will sort of learn and stuff, but I mean, this is only a test period, so who knows what it'll be like in actual release. But at the moment, if I was a new player starting with NGS, that mag is just not helpful. I like some of the Sega games. What the heck do they know about AI chatbots? Yeah, again, I had no idea why they've decided to add it. It kind of came out of nowhere as well, like it wasn't pre-announced or anything. I think the first time we knew about it was on, not the headline that's just been, but the one before that. But it kind of came out of nowhere. We were not expecting it at all. Again, I personally think it's probably a decision that's come from high up, that they've kind of been forced to put it in. But yeah, I would just say if you are playing NGS, particularly if you're a newer player to NGS, don't rely on the chatbot for information, because it is very wrong a lot of the time. Wherewinds seems to have a pretty good AI. That's kind of interesting the way that does it. I don't know a whole lot about the game, but from what I understand, like certain NPCs are AI generated or like have AI like dialogue or something. There's none of that with NGS. It is literally just more or less just a chatbot. Yeah, it really doesn't contribute anything to the game as far as I'm concerned, especially in its current state. It's entirely a CEO's shareholder push. It wouldn't surprise me. So I know people were having a go at the Crazy Taxi team as well for their use of AI. If you haven't been keeping up with that, basically the Crazy Taxi team said that they are using generative AI for things like background assets. And from what they've said, it sounds like they basically use AI for background assets, and then they get the dev team to redraw the stuff, which is a very weird way of doing things, but that I don't mind as much if it's only background assets. I'd still rather it not be there, but yeah. That being said, though, I am still very looking forward to the Crazy Taxi. Yeah, I'll just boost. There we go. Yeah, still waiting for that Phantasy Star game though, Sega. But no, of course we get another Persona. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Of course we get the rare boss. The one time we don't want the rare boss to spawn. You cannot make this up. Most of the IDs you would want this guy to spawn. On Skyly you do not want him to spawn. You want the normal one because it has a much better drop, but no. Current state Sega, I'm sadly happy at the fact that they haven't tried anything new on Phantasy Star. That is totally fair. I will say though, I do feel like Sega are on a bit of a resurgence. They've made some weird decisions with the whole AI stuff, but for the most part, I do feel like Sega are on a bit of a resurgence. Obviously, NGS is kind of in a weird place. You know, it's fine. Yeah, like I know I don't need to go into every single stream, but you know, it's never going to be my favorite Phantasy Star. But it's fine for what it is. I have fun with it. But that being said, I would like to see... Just give me a Phantasy Star RPG. That would be cool. It doesn't have to be a continuation of the original 4. It can be its own story. That's fine. But just give me a good Phantasy Star JRPG. I would like that. They're closely tied with Atlas and yet crickets. Yeah, they're too busy just milking the Persona franchise. I mean, I get it. I know Persona is hugely popular. maybe next year, you know. Phantasy Star 40th next year. We'll still get nothing, but, you know, we can hope. I'll be down for a Phantasy Star Vampire Survivors clone. I mean, that would be interesting. Yeah, I just like to see him do something. I keep saying maybe next year, every year since 2020. I mean, I was convinced last year they would do something, you know, with it being PSO's 25th. Like, that was the time. But just nothing. I mean, well, I say nothing. We got the special collab in NGS. We got the merch stuff, but the game would have been nice. Maybe they're waiting for the PSO 30th, you know? Oh, I didn't get the bobbly hat wobble. Damn. Ruined. Risk of Raggle. Okay, well, apparently I did not get a Centurion ability. 1 in 4, by the way. I got a PD in a box, though. Did anyone get Centurion ability? We had 4 chances that are 1 in 4. So no, then. You got escape doll ability. Nice. I got Mazetta. Well, somehow we managed to fail 4 1 in 4 drops. You know when you play PSO some weeks and you just realise that nothing's going to happen? This is one of those weeks. Yeah, it really should not be this hard. It's bad enough it's ultra rare, but you get Condry pulling this too, yeah. Hawkins has been conjured more times than I can count of. It is tough though, because, you know, what's the rate on it? It's about 1 in 128, I think, isn't it? The Heart Laconia Max. But then every time you do it, you've got like a 1 in 10 chance of Conjurer showing up and ruining it anywhere. Well, so what was the highlight drop of that stream? Did anyone actually get anything remotely useful for the entire stream? I guess we had a Heart of Poom drop. Oh, Rico's earrings, yeah, okay. Yeah, that is probably the best drop of the stream. Yeah, Rico's earrings are actually legitimately good. You got 2 Photon drops, nice. Oh yeah, there was also the 50 hit Hellray one, okay. Yeah, so that was also really good. Yeah, Rico's earrings are good. I mean, obviously the fashion is the main thing, but you know, they're actually decent as well. I wish Rico's glasses were better. Are they actually worthwhile? So the earrings, I believe they have the highest potential evade of any defensive gear, and I think the defense isn't too bad on them. I mean, you're going to pass them over for a red ring generally at high level, you know, because obviously red ring's broken. But yeah, they're not bad. I really wish the glasses were better though. such a weird item, the glasses, really. Yeah, let's make a shield that's only usable by one class, only gives you one defense and evade, and gives you trap vision. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Sega. They are fashion, though. Can we also say that it is kind of criminal that you can't use Rico's earrings, the glasses, and the red ring at the same time? So you can't do a Rico cosplay in game. It's disgusting, isn't it, that they don't let you do that? Yeah, they'd look good on Red Mal, I think. Why do you not like fun, Sega? Well, that was eventful. So that might be some of the least drops I've had on like a drop anything rate week, for as long as I can remember. But hey, we've got experience. Oh, now you're talking, yeah. A red ring plating that looks like Rico's glasses. I could get behind that. Yeah, let Honeywell wear glasses and look cool. Yeah, Ephinea, you should get on that. Unfortunately, it just reminds me I need to find more red rings. I've got one, and I need quite a few more. I should probably just buy them, honestly. Oh, I'm trying to save my PDs for Sphere and stuff, so I really don't want to spend PDs. It's like the eternal struggle at this point. Also, thank you for the follow, Young Shade, as well. Much appreciated. But yeah, I think we will probably call things there for today. Yeah, thank you for the support this stream. Again, thank you in particular to Ziggy for the gift subs earlier, and for Peter for returning the gift sub to Ziggy as well. And for Young Shady for the Prime sub. And just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. Thank you to Shooter3180 for the follow. Yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you for the fun stream. No worries. And again, if you are interested, Peter is doing that charity stream on the 27th, 28th. 2 12-hour streams where they try and level a 4 mal as high level as possible.
Just subscribed with Prime.
Oh, thank you for the Prime sub, Scarlet. Much appreciated. But yeah, we'll call it F today. Again, go and follow all the other fantastic creators that have been hanging out in chat as well. Make sure you do that. On Wednesday, I will probably be doing Chrono Trigger. Next Sunday will probably be PSU because it'll be the Clementine event. And then we might do PSO the following week because it'll be rare drop week then. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the stream, as usual, love it if you consider either liking or subscribing. You can follow or sub on Twitch as well. I do have an extra Bluesky you can follow, and I do have a Discord server you can join as well. Should be a link to that under the YouTube video in the description, or underneath the video player on Twitch in like the About section. There should be a link to it there as well. So feel free to join us on the Discord if you haven't already. But yeah, whatever you're doing, have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you no doubt on Wednesday for a bit more Chrono Trigger, where I'll continue to have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, whatever you're doing, have a great week, and I'll see you on Wednesday. See you guys.